So you clicked on this video because you want to know the #1 predictive element to success in American colleges. Well, you're in luck. I'll tell you. It's alcohol tolerance. No, I'm just kidding. It's how much money your parents have. All right, fine. It's a word that's as disgusting to say as it is to hear. Networking. If you're a university student in the US, you've probably heard the word networking 100 million times, and for good reason. Networking might be the single most important skill and factor in your academic and professional success. Let's talk about why and what I recommend you do about it. There's an old saying, it's not what you know, it's who you know. I have yet to really see this proven incorrect. In other words, your hard skills will be less impactful than the connections you make. Let's look at an extreme example. Let's say you're up for a consulting position against one other person. You have prepared for months. You've done so many case interviews, you're thinking of donating your brain to McKinsey so the next generation of consultants can study how efficiently you learn to say leverage and parlay. You have the skills for the job and your competitor doesn't. However, your competitor gets the job. Easily. It wasn't even a close decision. Why? Your competitor is the son of the CEO. In this exaggerated situation, it literally didn't matter what you know. The connections your competitor had were more important. I tell this story to illustrate the point, but this happens constantly. People gain opportunities from knowing other people who can help them. Jobs are given by referral or positions created for individuals. Promotions are offered to those with connections to the boss. Startups are funded this way. Books are published this way. Celebrities are created this way. And yes, even college applications are not immune. Some of you watching this are probably thinking, that's lame. Wouldn't it be better if we give opportunities to people who worked hard to develop the skills that deserve them? I know some of you are thinking that because I've heard that many times. It would be nice if diligent work or finding your craft always equated to grand opportunities, but it is what it is. Hard skills are important, but you're in for a pretty serious surprise if you ignore improving your soft skills and growing your network. In the US, many jobs and opportunities aren't even listed online. When I was in the MBA, we were told it was something like 90% or more of jobs are given only through networking. In other words, the vast majority of jobs were not available to random applicants with no connection to the company. Building relationships opens doors you didn't even know existed. Employers hire people they know or people who are recommended by someone they know, and networking is how you become one of those people. This is true for all students, but sometimes international students contend with culture differences that make networking harder for them. Maybe this sort of inauthentic feeling connection making isn't something that happens where you're from. Maybe you worry about your English skills or fear coming across as pushy. Maybe you don't know what's appropriate when networking. But networking is a skill that can be improved like any other. Let's discuss some actionable tips to get you started. But first, if you're new here, welcome. I'm Chris from Mooshly.com. I have an English bachelor's with a creative writing concentration and an MBA. I'm a consultant and professional writer, and I've helped many students improve their writing and get accepted to elite academic programs and institutions like Ivy Leagues, medical schools, law schools, PhDs, and graduate business programs. I frequently get asked for writing advice, so I publish some out here to help you for free. I've also written a very thorough college essay introduction guide I highly recommend you check out. It's designed to be actionable and can get you started on your essay in minutes. Click the link in the description to download it for free. If you're unfamiliar with networking, I recommend you start small. The boomer advice to wait early outside corporate headquarters to ambush the CEO with a cup of coffee and ask for a job is not where you should start unless you're looking for 3 free square meals a day. Start small. Classmates, professors, and alumni can be great resources in your career. Practice introducing yourself and asking about their experiences. Generally speaking, people like talking about themselves. If you engage these conversations with sincerity and genuine curiosity about the other party, you're likely to get some good information and build the framework for a real connection. Next, I recommend joining campus organizations. Clubs and other groups are excellent places to meet people with similar interests, and they give you a chance to practice your networking skills in a low-stakes environment. Introduce yourself to new people and reflect on your progress. Next, let's talk about some tips for more professional settings. The first thing I need to emphasize is that you should never just ask someone for a job. Networking is not going, "Hi, I'm Chris, I like writing, and you own a publishing company. Can you publish my book?" I mean, you can try that, but you're unlikely to succeed. The best networking is authentic. You build a real relationship with someone, show curiosity about them, maybe help them with something they're struggling with. Talk about a shared interest outside of your field. Then you can leverage those connections for career opportunities. LinkedIn is unfortunately a powerful tool for networking. If you haven't already, I recommend you create a professional profile, connect with friends and alumni, then message people who are working in the field you're interested in and ask if you can have a conversation. Keep your messages polite, specific, and remember that people are busy, so don't take it personally if you don't get a response. But this is a good way to increase professional connections in your field. Then I recommend you practice your elevator pitch. An elevator pitch is a 60-second or less introduction about who you are, what you're studying, and what your goals are. You don't want to meet somebody and then ramble for 15 minutes about how you're actually not sure what you want to do or what you want out of the conversation or how they can help you or what you're even doing there. Have a polished elevator pitch so you can transition seamlessly into a productive conversation. Lastly, it's polite to send a quick email or LinkedIn message to thank them for their time. Like in a job interview, you might want to mention something specific you talked about that demonstrates you were actually paying attention. If there was something you guys connected on, you can mention that. You never know how impactful a single conversation might be. These are some easy beginner tips to get started. As you gain experience, you'll learn more about your networking style. You'll learn what works and what doesn't. You'll learn what is and is not appropriate. The most important thing for now is to try. Don't overlook the impact of networking, and if there's something in particular you want to discuss, feel free to reach out. I routinely publish practical videos like this to help with your college applications and life on campus. So if you found this helpful, subscribe now to make sure you catch the next one. Don't forget to grab your free college essay introduction guide from the link in the description, and I'll see you next time.